So here's a really good one about a young gal, or a young gal to me, who's 28 years old and handles things quite well, like a boss. A girl boss, actually, but kicking her mom out upon finding out that mom was cheating on her dad. Mom's 68 years old, so mom had her like when she was 40, late in life. Yeah, she's cheating on the dad, and the daughter kicked her out. She was helping the mom out by staying with her for a short period of time with her selling their house. Found out mom's cheating, and goodbye, get out. That, of course, is wondering she did the wrong thing, and I think she did things just right. And in the story, is going to show you guys that this crap happens, whether a woman is in her teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and in this case, her 60s. And of course, instead of ending the marriage, she has to find another guy to hook up with and all that. So they always find somebody, the replacement monkey branch, before they kick the guy to the curb, amongst many other things. Titled, Am I the a-hole for kicking out my mom after she told me she's having an affair and planning to leave my dad? And by the way, guys, I'm back from vacation. It's been a week. Appreciate your patience. Out in Utah and Arizona. Had a blast. I know some of you guys saw me on Instagram or X, so appreciate your patience. I'm going to get a lot of good videos through the rest of the month. She says, Am I the a-hole for kicking out my mom after she told me she's having an affair and planning to leave my dad? Oh, hell no, honey. I'm 28 years old and recently found out my mom, who's 68, has been having an affair and plans to leave my dad. I'm still in shock, and I'm not sure if I overreacted. No, you're not wrong, you overreacted. She's cheating on your dad. I mean, come on here. You know, I'm sure nobody's perfect. No marriage is perfect. There's problems, but that doesn't warrant mom cheating on him. And this is your dad, you know? For context, my parents have been together for 4 decades. 2 years ago, my mom moved out of town that they were living in, very small town vibes, and came to live with me in the city, mainly because of issues with her job and mental health. Mental health, huh? But she and my dad were still very much together. Her move was supposed to be temporary while they sorted out selling the house, the cars, and business, and then my dad would join her here when ready. 2 years later, and their house is still in the market, but it's taking a lot longer than anticipated, so it doesn't look like my dad will be moving to the city anytime soon. Well, that's the story Mom's telling. My dad is very dependent on my mom. She does all the finances, bookkeeping, tax stuff, etc. And while he's not the best communicator, he generally believes the relationship is just how it's always been. Well, smack to the dad if he's so dependent on the mom. That is a terrible place to be. They run a business together, and that's interesting when you have husband and wife running a business together, but it happens and can work. For goodness sake almighty, he needs to know exactly what's going on with the finances at all time, and the bookkeeping, and the tax stuff, and everything. And being dependent on her, that's a bad place to be. She has the role as the leader, as the masculine male. That's going to turn her off. You know, so he's making mistakes, but still it doesn't justify her shit. My mom, on the other hand, feels unappreciated and says there's no communication and that she's done everything for years. Well, has she communicated in a way her husband can understand that maybe she wanted him to take, you know, some things off her shoulders? You know, expecting him to be a mind reader ain't going to work. It's amazing how many women think their guys are mind readers or should be mind readers. That's just a BS. They know we're not. We're not a bunch of Professor Xaviers running around or rolling around our wheelchairs. No, but that's the bullshit they say. Cut to now, and she sat me down and told me she's been having an affair with a longtime friend of hers for about a month, and she's flying over to tell my dad she's leaving him. Longtime friend, huh? So this guy is someone who's been on, either he's been in the friend zone all this time as backup, just in case things don't work out with dad, or this longtime friend, maybe it could be this girl's daddy. I don't know. Maybe someone she's been sleeping with. Who knows? I completely lost it. I told her she should have ended the marriage before starting something new, and that I don't support cheating, especially when my dad is going to be blindsided by it. You're damn right. Look, if she wasn't happy, fine. It happens. People get divorced every day. But she can keep her honor by telling him it's not working out, I'm unhappy, blah, 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 blah. End it, then go off with somebody else. No. These things usually work where they already are cheating, doing all sorts of stuff we don't even think about a 68-year-old woman doing. And then, you know, they monkey branch, find their replacement, and then move on. Few women can be alone and end a relationship and be alone. It's ridiculous. And guys are like, what the fuck? How'd she move on so quickly? She's been living in my house for low rent, and after hearing all this, I told her she needs to leave, at least temporarily. Good for you for kicking her out. And no, not temporarily. She can go stay with her lover now. She was hurt and said that she didn't expect me to react this way, and now she's packing to go. Well, good, let her go. And don't let her manipulate with that I'm hurt crap. I do feel guilty because she's almost 70 and has no real support system here. That's her problem. She brought this on herself by cheating. But I'm angry, heartbroken for my dad, and honestly need space to process everything and support him through what is coming. So, am I the a-hole for asking her to leave? No. You had every right to do that, and good for you. It's not easy doing the right thing. It's often very difficult. Your mom needs to be treated how she's treating your dad. Kick her out. Treat her like crap. And your dad needs to know. You, this daughter, needs to get to her dad ASAP and tell him before the mom gets to him and will no doubt twist it around, make him feel like it's all his fault. You didn't communicate. You didn't do this. You left the toilet seat up. Blah, 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 blah. No, she's an asshole. But the thing is, the dad has made his mistakes. And again, this is the mom sharing the part. But even the daughter here is sharing that the dad ain't perfect. But none of us are perfect. The dad could have handled things better, but I still think if he did things right, the mom would still pull this type of shit. So guys, whether it's a guy or a gal watching this, you find out when your parents are cheating, you have every right to handle things accordingly and put them in their place, and certainly tell the other one here. But this goes to show you, this crap goes on within the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. This is what these wives will do, you know? And again, if you're not happy, okay, fine, end it, then you can move on to somebody else. Knock yourself out. Now, a few comments, and I love that the comment section is full of people supporting this gal. And also, I love the fact that a gal's doing the right thing. So one guy says, you're not the a-hole. She can move in with her affair partner, reach out to your dad so that he can lock down his finances, and she doesn't take him to the cleaners. Yeah, go live with your lover, Mom. Another one, cheaters deserve zero sympathy. If you're not happy, get a divorce. I've cut off friends and family permanently who cheated on their spouse and will never speak to any of them again. I cut her out altogether and do what was needed to support Dad through all this. It sounds to me like Mom moved out to see what she could find and mess around with. Who knows how long she's been shagging around. Right. I have a very hard time believing this is her first rodeo. Another one. No, cheating is cheating and devastating to the other partner, whether the couple is 30 years old or 70. Granted, the older the couple are, the more time they were most likely together, so they can really take a toll on the betrayed spouse. You have every right to tell your mom that she was selfish and kick her out. She should have left your dad before getting with the so-called friend. I agree. And a couple more. This guy says, my guess is that she has had something going with this friend behind the scenes for quite some time. Thank you. I'm not the only one here. No way this just started. People who cheat are generally selfish individuals that only care about themselves. It wouldn't have been difficult to leave your dad. It would have been difficult to leave your dad first before getting with this other man, but I'm sure she wanted to test drive him first to see if he could actually be a good replacement. Of course, that's exactly how it rolls. And you know what? One more, then I'll hit the road. He says here, if she felt so unappreciated, she should have discussed this with her husband. There's an idea. How about that? I don't have enough info on why she does all these things, but if someone doesn't know your feelings and you don't communicate with them, how can they change or fix anything? Thank you. But again, so many women expect their men to be their mind readers. Seems more like your mom was looking for any excuse to get together with this long-lost love of hers. Thank you. She's probably been hung up on this dude her whole life, and now that the kids are all grown up, it's okay in her eyes to just dump your dad without any conversation or explanation. She's not even giving him a chance to do anything. Your mom is the a-hole and very selfish. Proposing couples counseling would have been made more sense, and it seems more like hang on here. It seems like my lifelong crush has finally acknowledged me, so now I can dump this loser of a husband I've been stuck with my whole life. Well, probably something like that. So anyhow, guys, there you go. Good job for her. I don't say boss babe or girl boss. I don't like that term, but this girl's handling herself well, so I guess I'm going to call her bossette. Anyhow, there you go, gentlemen.